So there is a complete disconnect in what they are doing here, and this person thinks like, okay, come on, let's play ball, let's make a deal, but they can't come together because of language and because of the way that they perceive a problem, and the fact that they don't have the power to decide.
This is very at risk Japanese has. What does this mean? Why at risk means? Like in recent incident, Nippon University's American football.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
And the responsible person is of this organization. He avoid his responsibility. Sort of avoid his responsibility, and he speak out his opinion more precisely. And Japanese people, they are working as an organization, not individual. So he cannot speak out whatever he thinks. He need to consult with key person of the organization,
right.
Make consensus, then speak out something. At that time, he tried to make consensus and asking people is something wrong. They couldn't speak out more through open-minded, right? Instead of student. So this caused lots of problem. This is very similar to politics, right? Like current Abe's politician government has run to some treatment as procedures for financial issues, something wrong, right? And this is a kind of concealed factor, something they did. This is because of the, I think, individual respective person, they don't have speak out what he thinks, or this is not custom to speak out his opinion.
No courage to make his own
decision.
Yes,
that's cause problem is get more bigger, right?
Okay, but you always say you need to follow your boss, right?
Yeah, follow organization.
Let's say you're the football player, and then you can say, okay, you need to have dignity, and you need to have the dignity to stand up and give your opinion. But if you don't know what the opinion of your boss is and what your boss wants,
no. What the point is, Mr. Uchida is the responsible person for this organization, right?
Right.
But why he didn't speak out his own personal opinion? Because he need to consult with the key person of organization.
Right.
But key person is many of key persons among universities.
Right.
So he takes time. But he cannot speak out his own opinion. Okay. Maybe or probably he's more American style like me. He speak out his own opinion. Okay, I'll take responsibility. Right? I'm wrong. I'm wrong order for him. But if he speak out that, okay, this cause he just some problem for his belonging to university. That's the reason he cannot speak out his own opinion.
Right.
He just asked for the school master. He just asked for board of director.
Right.
And many people, and the majority people said, you need to speak out that kind of issue. Okay, you conceal everything. Majority asked him. Then he
for him, actually, his opinion is less important, or his position in the matter is less important than the interest of the university.
That's right. This is a problem.
Right. Well, it's a problem, but it's actually that has a continuity.
Government is the same. Current government problem.
Right. So this is also like. But that actually goes back to, I think, a longer Japanese history. That actually, like for example, the whole phenomenon of harakiri is something that we don't understand.
Oh yeah, that's exactly the same.
But that's actually because you don't want to cause problems, or you don't want to put members of the organization where you belong to in trouble. Therefore, you take responsibility by committing suicide, for example. That is an extreme form, but that is that's the same. So for us, that's completely incomprehensible. Like, what? Why would people commit suicide? Nobody ever would consider committing suicide for his organization or for his group. Because we feel like, oh, okay, we screwed up. Well, okay, we just leave the organization and we go somewhere else.
Japanese people is always not individual. He is always thinking about team, region, company, country,
Right.
government.
Right.
So one of those belonging.
So we cannot cause any shame or trouble to the organization that we belong to.
Good point and bad point. Good case and bad case.
Right. So, but that is difficult, because if that is the case, if that's the primary responsibility, then what we want to be 100% sure, as a Japanese negotiator, for example, that we fully represent the best interest of the organization. That means that you are not going to negotiate with your own organization to get degrees of freedom to actually make decisions on behalf of the organization. Like a Western negotiator will do that to become the star of the negotiation. He will be the one who makes the deal, right? So the typical American salesman, he makes the deal. It's the salesperson who steps forward, who is the star of the show. Trump comes to mind. So he's the star of the show. He negotiated the deal and gets it in his hands. That he gets a big bonus for that, and takes all credit. But that's all because he puts himself first. He puts himself first by being a good negotiator with his own organization and with the counterpart. But that's purely based on individualism, not so much on the interest of the organization that he represents. It's purely protecting his own interests. So that is normal. That's how we see that negotiation should be done. That is completely different from a person who speaks, who feels honor, who feels that he's merely a representative of that organization, who's not there for the bonus, but it's more there to actually get the best deal for his organization, and that is a process of exploration, not taking a firm position on how the best deal should look like, but mainly becoming part of the process of reaching consensus with your business counterpart.
It means he is authorized, right, for
Right.
these issues.
Right, but that is the Western counterpart. He's authorized. He is an individual. He is the person to deal with. So that's based on that role, based on that position. He will go out after dinner, drink, and try to basically get the negotiation moving by making some concessions, bringing things forward. But it's the personal, on that personal level, you make a deal. Not on a organization to organization level, but on the personal level, you reach the agreement.
Do you know the Japanese way?
I have a. So okay, best ask you, what is the Japanese way?
Japanese way is okay. Representative person is join the meeting for TPP,
Right.
and he can speak out his opinion the first 3 hours.
Right.
And following 4 days, he can speak out any opinion, because Japanese society, Japanese organization need to make consensus. 250 people.
Right.
Each department they made a consensus. So if going to direction is going to changing, they need to make consensus. Agriculture, automobile, every kind of government organization
Exactly.
make consensus.
Yeah.
So first only 3 hours they can speak out opinion.
Right.
Then since then they can change the policy, change the rule, regulation. He can speak out anything at all.
So
because-
there is no rebut.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So this is Japanese culture. But before World War II is different. But recently they this is very difficult. These companies are very similar. Right? But not so strict, but very similar. That is the other problem. Like American people, European people, they are easy representative of this company. Now negotiate, okay, just more 10% discount, but Japanese usually cannot answer for big discount so much. Okay?
Right.
They can answer for him.
Right. So they need to go back and discuss that. And so basically this is where you lose the connection in the international business society, because the majority of the business people are the movers and the shakers, as they say, in the business world. They actually do not go back because they've already done their homework and they can make those decisions themselves. That's how you build the relationship. So I can if I am merely a vessel, so I'm merely a communicator, somebody who receives the message from the negotiator of the other side and then needs to go back, then basically, for me, as a Western businessman, you are useless. Because you cannot make any decision. So the only thing, I can just write you an email and tell you what exactly I want, and then I need to wait 3 weeks for you to come back and have collected all the opinions of the people at home, and you can give me your counter proposal, perhaps. But that's not how you win respect from a Western business person, because Western business person, when among themselves, they do negotiation. They don't have to constantly turn around and ask permission from their home, from the home front, because they are the drivers of this deal. They manage their home organization, not the other way around.
It is difficult to solve this issue. Right? By the way, I tried to... you got break because I tried to cut out all this.
Oh.
One of
はい、皆さんこんにちは、雲野です。今日はですね、雲野塾の研修のプログラムをご紹介したいと思います。で、こういうふうなホームページありますけれども、ぜひですね、一度中身をご覧になっていただきたいと思います。今日はブーキューブさんのスタジオに来て、この収録をしておりますので、中身はこういうふうになってて、今最近ホットなね、グローバルリーダーの定義など書いてあります。で、特に経団連が作成しました留学すれば英語ができて専門性を持つというだけではですね、グローバルリーダーになれないとここに書いてありますようにですね、仕事ができる、専門性を持つ、英語ができるだけじゃなくてですね、私どもの塾ではリベラルアーツということと、それからもう一つは孫子の兵法、さらにはですね、日本の歴史というものを合わせて教えることによって、皆さんが海外の欧米の方々と、もしくは華僑圏の方々と正々堂々と渡り合えるような人物を育成しようというふうなことを考えています。ここに次のスライドが出ておりますけれども、ここに書いてありますのはですね、さらに、私どもの雲野塾の中身につきましてはですね、欧米の資料しか使っておりません。また実際に雲野塾は英語でやっておりますので、英語の講師が話しておりますけど、学習はですね、日本の歴史をまだ教えてますので、学習の午後はですね、日本のプログラムをしております。で、以前はこれ有料だったので、今はですね、実際に会場費も取っていただいておりませんで、毎回5000円ということで、朝9時から午後5時までやっておりますので、ぜひ皆さんですね、ご検討の上ご参加いただければと。英語のできない方もですね、学習の午後こういうふうな研修をしておりますので、ぜひご参加いただければというふうに思っておりますので、よろしくお願いします。で、ここにさらにですね、グループ討議とか実務の勘どころを教えると書いてありますけど、実際には私が10年ほどですね、欧米の新聞とか雑誌等をですね、集めてきた、もともと英語のベースでございますので、そうしたものをですね、50セッションのテーマに分けて資料作成をしております。そういうことで、世界のオペレーション、もしくはカントリーリスクも含めてですね、しかも世界のトップの方々に対しても、いろいろな分析とか洞察をしてですね、議論をしております。そういったことも含めてですね、今後ともよろしくお願いしたいと思います。以上で私の挨拶を終えますが、今回のこのビデオの収録にあたってはですね、 V キューブさんのスタジオをお借りしてですね、お時間を頂戴して、このビデオを作成させていただきました。よろしくお願いします。どうもありがとうございました。